Hi, and welcome back to Two Marketers and an iPhone. Well, we're coming off the holiday season, and you know the old adage they say, never bring up topics like religion and politics around the dinner table during the holidays. Well, there was a new topic that all should have avoided over the holidays here in Minnesota, and that's the redesign of the Minnesota state flag. It set off a firestorm, and for those of you not here, we'll give you a little preview here today, but we're going to come at it from a marketing perspective. So I personally have felt for years that the Minnesota state flag could use an overhaul. To me, a state flag has the sort of symbolism that really creates a brand for the state and allows the state to market itself. I look at states that have a very distinguishable state flag and do a good job using it to promote itself, like Colorado, Tennessee, Texas, South Carolina. Good flag design, simple and very marketable. And that was the problem with the current design of the flag. It was very indistinguishable from other states. And I'm looking at you, Kentucky, Nebraska, New Hampshire, Utah. Very similar to the Minnesota flag with a blue background and a state seal or something similar to that in the center. In fact, if you look at all 50 state flags, there's about 10 or so, right? If you step far enough back that it's hard to determine which is which because they all look the same. Now, I'm not a flag designer or a vexillologist, new term I learned today, by the way. But a quick Google search sort of reinforces good design techniques, and specifically for flags, they say keep it simple, keep it clean lines, things like that. Have a meaningful symbol on it, right? And I think the new Minnesota state flag does that with the North Star and also sort of an homage to a Dakota image. 2 to 3 basic colors, no lettering or seals, so removal of the seal off there, and be distinctive. And I think the new flag does that, particularly with the chevron that is alluding to the shape of the state itself. So I found the past month or so really fascinating with the amount of chatter and firestorm that was created by this redesign. You open up social media, I was getting texts from friends or having debates back and forth with them about it. It came up at happy hour in discussion, right? It captivated the state. And, it was clear there was no shortage of opinions. And as a marketer, I think we can all relate, right? We've all been there where we're bringing forth new design or something new to the table, right? And change is hard. So change management is part of this whole thing, right? But at the end of the day, when your new design is rooted in good design elements and backed by fact and things that are inherently your brand, it gives you a good counter to any argument other than, well, I like what I like or I don't like what I don't like, right? Everyone's gonna have that opinion. But at the end of the day, if you're truly doing something with purpose, it's hard to argue. So again, bringing this all back to marketing, right? So when you create some new design and you're trying to sell maybe the old guard, right, on change, right? Make sure it expresses the value of your company, or in this case, your state, right? Is done with purpose, right? Again, back to the flag. Every piece and element of the design sort of stands for something or can be related back to something core to our state. And just make sure it's on brand, right? Hard to argue those things. So at the end of the day, and I'm talking to you, business leaders who are struggling maybe with redesign, trust your experts. Know that their decisions were based on facts and key criteria, and all with the purpose of sort of elevating your brand. And frankly, I think that's what the new Minnesota state flag will do as well. So that's my little tidbit, my rant on the Minnesota state flag. If you're not following it, you should. It's quite the display and debate right now. But with that, appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.